I was just thinking about my life. Like, I've been thinking about this for a minute, but like, a lot of the pain I faced in my life has helped me find peace and grow in a lot of ways, which I know sounds very cliche. But for example, I don't talk about this a lot, but I've been teaching myself how to be ambidextrous. And I've been doing pretty well. But the only reason I started training the non-dominant side of my body is because at one of my old warehouse jobs, I did something that hurt my right wrist. And I, like, before the music and all that shit, like before all of this, I've been writing since a child. And I've always loved to draw since a child. So I was like kind of fucked up about it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, not my goddamn hand, right? Especially the one that I'm fucking right with. I'm right-handed. So and then I was like, at the time I was stubborn and not listening to the signs. I wasn't trying to leave that job because, you know, warehouse work, like, it's good money, but oh my god, you gonna work for it. But anyway, I was like, okay, so what do I do? So I was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole nother hand. So I started using it. Oh shit, like 3 little butterflies, 4. But I started using my left hand more. So the stuff, when I wasn't like loading trailers, I was like organizing, I guess you could say. So I started writing with my left hand. And at that point, like, one of my old coworkers, he had put me on to like training a non-dominant side. So I had already started like brushing my teeth with my left hand. But from that, like, that situation happened, I think 2024, right? And since then, because at that time too, because the warehouse shit, like, I was already working out. So that made me realize, I was like, oh my god, you're supposed to be working out your wrists, like, and your tendons. And then I realized you can stretch it and stuff. And I did not know that, but, and grip strength. But I would not have known these things and gotten into it and thus like gotten myself stronger if I didn't get hurt in the first place. And now, well, I don't think my left side of my body is like where my right side is at, but it's pretty damn close because of the workouts I've been doing and all the preventative care. I haven't had an issue with it. And I'm like, even the preventative care I do for my wrist now, like all the yoga and working out, it helps me when I'm braiding and all that shit. Because I met girls who braid and they always talk about their wrists and hands hurting, and now I know why. But like, I wouldn't know that shit. Even the way we scroll on our phones, we're not supposed to be using our thumbs. So I stopped that shit like immediately. But I would not have known that unless I got hurt. And then the other thing, I was in a badass, well, not bad because I survived, but I was in a car accident, I think in 2021. I don't know, but all I know is I was working at Amazon at this time. And my stubborn ass, because at the time I didn't know how to sit down and rest. So literally the weekend, I didn't take no days off after the accident. I just went straight back to work. But my leg was fucked up. And like, even before that, like, I was already kind of like dealing with some shit. But because of the car accident and what it did to my leg, and the fact that I wasn't trying to go to no doctor, because yeah, so I was like, how can I fix this shit myself? Because I don't want to be in pain at work or in general. So like, what am I gonna do? And that is the only reason I started yoga. Like, that's the only reason. Like, before I had kind of like heard of it and was like kind of interested into like with it, but I didn't have a push. The push was me getting into that fucking car accident. And I was like, oh god, I gotta lock in for real. Because I was like, boy, I'm young as fuck. I can't be out here feeling like this. So I started, and I have not had no problems with that part of my body since then. But if I didn't get into that car accident, I wouldn't have started yoga, and I probably would have been convinced that something was wrong with me and did like all those doctor's appointments, taking medicine I didn't really need, and probably have a surgery I didn't really need. Whole time, your bitch just needed to stretch and work out the muscles more, because really I just need to strengthen my legs. But that's why I'm like, so if anything ever happens to you and you're like, oh shit, it hurts, definitely feel it, but try to see like, okay, how is this making me better? That's like one of the things I've done to help me just really appreciate like all the shit that be coming up in life.